Now, a few years ago, I reported about the LA Sheriff's Department having gangs in there. And it was coming out about a tattoo that the gang members had. And I always said that all these cops today walk around with all these tattoos. There's different meanings to these tattoos, especially when you have white supremacists. There's also in many of these police departments. Well, there's a gang that was exposed by the name of the Executioners. It was exposed by a Marine Corps veteran that turned into a police officer, and he noticed what they were doing, and he went to report them, and he started being harassed by the gang members, and they also wrote that he was a rat and everything like that. So they wanted to have a straight up gang in the police department. Now, I want you to watch this clip. This particular gang, the Executioners is their name, they was even harassing the mayor of Compton and many other people. Let's go ahead and roll this clip.
They terrorize the community and then they cover their tracks. It is unacceptable.
Is the Compton Sheriff Station being run by the Executioners, a gang of rogue deputies with matching tattoos? Sheriff Alex Villanueva denied it last week, but today Compton's own mayor, Asia Brown, shared her own experience being pulled over by Compton deputies in June of last year.
And I rolled the window down and asked, why was I being pulled over? Within seconds, almost 7 to 9 sheriff's deputy vehicles descended upon the scene. They ordered me out of my vehicle and they asked me to put my hands on top of the police vehicle so they can search me as if I were a criminal. Mind you, I was accompanied by my husband and my infant daughter in the back seat. I do not look like someone that is trafficking drugs. I was in my family vehicle.
Her baby crying, her husband and car search for drugs. Asia Brown says deputies let her go after they realized she is the mayor. But even after filing a complaint, Mayor Brown says she's received no satisfactory answers from the Sheriff's Department.
It's unacceptable. We will send a clear message to the LA County Sheriff's Department that you clean your house. You get your house in order, or we will surely help you do that. You have executioners, you have gangs in your own house.
News of the Executioners came to light last week in a claim filed by Compton deputy Art Gonzalez. He says executioner deputies at the Compton Patrol Station celebrate shootings with tattoo parties, set illegal arrest quotas, and retaliated when he tried to blow the whistle. Compton community members say that sadly this is nothing new. Derek Cooper was arrested by Compton deputies last fall in front of the kids he leads in a youth academy.
I don't even know what I'm being arrested for. I was shipped in a bus down to, the county jail. I was so humiliated to be locked in a shower butt naked with over 200 men waiting to be processed.
Jermel Henderson, a successful restaurant owner and new father, pulled over at gunpoint and detained last month by a Compton sheriff's deputy.
She hopped out the car very aggressive with her gun drawn, like for no reason. I asked her why she's doing that. She said, "Oh, this is what we do in Compton," and it's horrible. It's horrible.
But time may be up for Compton deputies. City leaders say they're calling for a federal and state civil rights investigation, and they're exploring options to terminate their contract for law enforcement with the Sheriff's Department.
We demand justice from the Compton Sheriffs, and we will no longer continue to pay you $22 million and up to terrorize this community.
Now, of course, this doesn't surprise anybody at all. And Los Angeles residents probably aren't surprised by hearing this at all. They're like, oh, now it's confirmed. Because that's what a lot of this is for really us, to say, oh, okay, now you're acknowledging what we've been saying forever. Black people have been spot on about this corrupt entity called law enforcement in America. It is so corrupt to the core. Now, the rules of their organization was, no women could join and no black people could join at all. But the only people that could be a part of it that we saw was, Mzungus and Hispanic males, the most ones that was in this particular gang. Now, of course, let me say this with balance. A Hispanic male is the one that exposed it. He's the one with the whistleblower. And also the local media was so dirty with this story is that they blurred the picture of all the gang members that's in the LA Sheriff's Department, but they blasted the photo of the whistleblower. It lets you know what they on. How do you protect the gang members but don't protect the whistleblower? I would rather see the pictures of the gang members. That way people say, okay, stay away, watch yourself with these people. You get what I'm saying? I mean, so that was dirty and foul right there. But this is what we talk about here in America. You know, we say that we don't have friends like that, because let's call it what it is. Let's call it what it is. My wife, and she said this to me, and I can't argue with that. She has said that, listen, he said, Mexicans, he said, can be more racist than white people at times. That's what she said a long time ago. And we look in California, we see a lot of these racist incidents. We post, everybody say black and brown, but then when brown get in positions of sheriff and brown get in positions of police officer, you acting no different than the white supremacists. So then when you have people like Dasha Polanco and John Leguizamo, which we talked about them on Entertainment Channel, talking about, you know, well, the people that fight for equality, etc., you know, when they get good, they're good, but they don't say nothing about anybody else. Well, we've never been good in this country. We ain't found one day we're good. We still fighting to be good here. But this is what we're talking about, why we kind of say we got to fight for what we got going on right now, because we're on our own, because we shouldn't have these issues from quote unquote brown people. We shouldn't, right? If we all in this together, as a lot of people will say, why isn't we having it? Listen, that sheriff, the main one, he should be pissed. He should be outraged that he got a whole freaking gang in his sheriff's department. But he's trying to look like he's trying to cover up or trying to make light of what's going on. These people, like I said, the criminal defense attorneys gonna have a field day with this, because you're a lawyer, you need to go find out every person that was convicted off of the word of those gang members and try to get your client out, because they'll plant drugs. You know, they have shot people. Yes, they shot brown people too, because there's one guy that they end up shooting. They shot him multiple times in the back while he was on the ground with his hands up. And there was a Hispanic male that did that too as well. So I'm not saying they don't shoot Hispanics, but let's call it what it is. They shoot more blacks. They terrorize more blacks, and that's put down on paper. Listen, the mayor of Compton was harassed. What more can you say about that? The only reason that she had made it out of that is because they found out that she was the mayor. That's why I always tell black people, in America, it don't matter what position you are in this country. You still an N-word, then we end up importing people into this country that's going along with white supremacy too. And that's been a big problem for us as black folks, importing people in here who sides with the white supremacists. So basically the white supremacists got more numbers on their side than we could have. You would think that people that go through things that's not Mzungu would actually be on the side of those who dealing with similar issues, but no, they want to, you know, side with the Mzungus. And I'm not saying all, don't come to me with that, because I have plenty of people that watch my channel that's part of the brown community, and they cool with me, I'm cool with them. It's not an issue. You know, what I'm just trying to say is, we talking about in the area of movements, we talking about in the area of politics. When the rubber meets the road, we don't see that unity there. We don't see, hey, let me look out for my black brother politically. When you get up to Washington, hey, I'm a sheriff. Let me look out for my black brothers and start hiring more black people in here too, to be sheriffs, to be on the police departments. You know what I'm saying? That's the stuff I'm talking about at the end of the day. I'm not talking about individuals. I'm talking about how you're moving politically, how you're moving when you get in local government. That's what I'm talking about. That's when you show me that we are friends right there. Well, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about the situation with this whole gang. And it's not the first time they've had gangs in the LA Sheriff's Department or different police departments. It's just now being exposed as, you know, 2020 has definitely been a year of exposure.